Hey, welcome back to the Chammy. Are we back? Are we live? Are we live? Welcome back to Chammy, the only channel on YouTube where you can get a professional tarot card reading from a haunted house in a creepy graveyard. From a haunted chick like me with really, really, really cute dogs. I've got Puppy Rooney with me here. Why do we always lag when we start the show? What's up with that? Sorry, I'm a little bit late. Dollface, come back! I'm so sorry I'm late, guys. I apologize. I'm fantastic. Rooney, I'm going to take you back to the couch. He's like not having it. Is this where you're going to stay all night? Right here? You stay in the arms? All right, if you insist, dog. If you just found us and we're not live, skip to the end for the free collective message. I always try to do a free collective message for anyone and everyone who comes by, gets a reading, doesn't get a reading. I'm going to put some things in chat. I didn't really put anything interesting in the... Hi, cutie pie. What you doing? What you doing, Gypsy Chan? I'm going to lay down with baby Gypsy. Mm-hmm. Okay, nobody's here. I'm going to go get a glass of wine. Are you hungry? Mm-hmm. I don't have any snacks. Doggy dog. What? Excuse me. Excuse me. Welcome back to the Chammy. The only place on YouTube where you can get a haunted tarot card reading from a haunted house in a freaky graveyard. Hey, Veronica, how are you, dear? How's life treating you, love? I did. I fixed my hair. Hey, Liz. How are you, babe? Did I get my hair super blonde? Yes. I could probably take it up another level and then go like stark white as a wall. But all the women in my family went white at 20, 25, except for me. So I think I'll just keep it blonde since my hair is usually black naturally. But it takes, I'll tell you what, I wish somebody told me this a long time ago. And I learned this from Hair Buddha recently. I have probably watched millions of videos about bleaching your hair. Okay. I've been taught to bleach my hair as well. Nobody ever told me just do a double process or even a triple process with just a 20 volume developer. Just leave it on for no more than 30 minutes. If you need to go lighter, do another 30 minutes. It works. And it also preserves the integrity of your hair. Thank you, Veronica. I love it too. And I look just like my mom. It's crazy. Like my mom gave birth to herself. It's scary. It's like I want to not look so much like my mom because I don't want to like scare my siblings. But it's almost impossible. I look just like her. My mom and I are twins. God, she's just somewhere laughing. I'll have to share pictures of her with her blonde hair and her dark hair. Thanks, babe. I did it this bright to do the pastels. I'm still gonna do the pastels. But I'm having a hard time letting go of this because I just love it so much too. I feel different with just having blonde hair. Just like your mom too, Liz. Wow. Like Pam Anderson. Oh, I just love her. I love her. I love her long time. And I matched my dog. What? I need a booger. She wants on the lap too. No, don't climb over the desk. Have I seen the, I can't see what it's saying, the big hearts in the way. Have I seen the Tommy and Pam Netflix show? No. I think, hold on, let me go back and look at Bob's Instagram. I think he said something about Pam today because he was doing something with a movie with her or something. Maybe he's, oh, I guess the movie is, I guess the story's gone. Somebody said something to me about it also the other day, just about the show in general. Maybe somebody shared something. I can't remember. Are you talking about The Last Showgirl with Pam Anderson? Or is this something else? You feel overwhelmed with too many assignments? Let's ask what you need to know. I just need a scrunchie like her. I just have the hair clip. What was her scrunchie like? You'll have to send me a picture. Spirit, what does Ari need to know about that? Spirit, what does Ari need to know about that business arts major for university? Well, I have a wider, not a wider, like wide load, because he said overwhelmed with assignments. Well, should we have a wider workload? Have you ever seen those big trucks that are like wide load? Spirit will have a lighter workload for her, like not too many assignments to the point where she feels overwhelmed. No. Hi, Desi. Are you herding her around? But it doesn't have to be that difficult, Ari. You can make it easy by telling yourself it's going to be easy. Do you remember that episode of Sex and the City where that guy dumped he dumped Carrie because she dissed a girl that wore a scrunchie? And he felt like she was just too judgmental because of her comment about a girl's scrunchie. I'll never forget that. Episode. Hey, sweetheart, what's your question, Dollface? I have a scrunchie around here somewhere. I'll get it. Here, you want me to look up the Pam Anderson hairstyle with the scrunchie now? I'm going to have to look that up. Maybe I don't want to grow my hair out. Maybe I want to, keep it mid-length shoulder. Go total barbed wire on y'all. I love how she doesn't wear a lot of makeup anymore, and isn't she totally vegan too? I think I know what hairstyle you're talking about. Yeah, I see it. My hair's just not long enough for that yet, but I have worn my hair like that many, many times. So much fun. For yes or no, will I hear from Tyrone soon? We haven't spoken since conflict on Monday. Oh, Spirit will Dollface and Tyrone talks soon. Will they speak soon? Hey, Kristlyn, how are you? So that's 2 questions in one, Kristlyn. I can't answer that for you. That would have to be a paid tarot card reading. You only get 1 yes or no question, so pick which one's more important to you. Don't forget to like the live, everybody. 1 sub, 1 like for 1 card. Okay, so that card was face down, Dollface. Are they going to speak soon, Spirit? Yeah, you're going to speak soon. You'll get some things in order with that Emperor card, okay? And I see some justice coming in for you with that Dollface. All right, dear? Yeah, I love Pam Anderson. She's awesome. I don't think you're great, Pam Anderson. Oh, puppy. Puppy dancer. Okay, so will I get started to work in the gosh, I hate that big fat heart. Will I get started to work in new company? Okay, is that the one you okay. Thank you so much for the like. I really appreciate it. Spirit, what does Crystalline need to know right now about getting started and work in the new company? What do they need to know about that, Spirit? Well, the reason you don't like being stressed or burnt out, nobody likes being stressed or burnt out. So you're going to have to learn coping mechanisms for that so that you can deal better with stressful situations so your cortisol doesn't rise and your stress level doesn't get worse. You might have to do that through diet and exercise, as well as, doing some research on how to cope better with stress and stuff like that. So, yes, Chrislyn, keep me updated on this situation. Page of Swords. How are my REM pod readings? It's only $5 to ask the Spirit Box a question. I combine the REM pod with the Spirit Box, but a general reading is just $22.22. You can also get a mini roadmap for $11.11. You can still get the adult rated reading for $15 and an in-depth for $33.33. So nothing really changed except I went up $1 on the $10 reading, and I went up $1 or $2 on the general reading. Yeah, Liz, what's your question, babe? Still got freeze open. I was a little bit late, so I can extend it. Then maybe I'll do a question for myself. What's your question, babe? And I'm going to get a glass of wine. So I've noticed a trend on YouTube. I'm not really seeing a lot of live tarot shows, and I'm seeing some live tarot readers just quit because it's so dead. They can't make money. Isn't that weird, guys? Excuse me. I think it's crazy. Crazy. I won't give up. I won't give up. But it is a little bit disturbing to see some people who I've seen just they get reading after reading after reading, and they'll go on for 2 and 3 hours and then nothing now. I've seen that going on with people for years, and then suddenly there's nobody wants readings. They're not making enough money. It's so weird. I think that, hey, I don't make enough money doing this either, but I'm looking for other avenues to share the tarot cards readings and get tarot card readings and get other things I can do with my art and music. I mean, I'm trying. I'm really trying, especially with my Etsy store. Is my SP ready to ask me out? Spirit, what does this love need to know about that right now? Is her SP ready to ask her out?
You make a salad. You want a small one too?
Sure, Dad.
Huh?
Oh, it's so cute. You got the star card. Sure, Dad.
Okay.
So,
Be down on the floor.
what this is saying, no, he's addicted to me, and I'm pretty
You don't
addicted
want
to
this,
him too.
right?
Absolutely not. So you got the beautiful star card. What this card generally means, especially in your situation, and in many people's situations, is it not only means that just because someone might be distant, how star is distant, it still doesn't mean that they don't think of you in a good way, or see you as a star, or see you as somebody who's got that shine. Okay, so this is generally a yes card too. So take it for what it is. It's an overall positive card. It's okay. Take your time with asking questions and thinking about what you want to ask. Hey, Amelia, what's up? What's your question, babe? Everything is tough. And you know what? Everything's always been tough. But you know what? It doesn't have to be so difficult to take a shit. But yeah, everything is can be very tough. But we can outthink that. That's what's so great about what's so great about us living in a simulation. Well, where I come from, Anila, if you're thinking and feeling that, you're just going to manifest it for him and yourself and that shit situation and that shit story. So stop what you're doing, because you're creating your reality right now. You're creating that shit fucking story. So stop. Okay? And let's find out what you need to know right now about this. You're basically asking me if he's cheating on you. I don't do cheating questions. So let's see what you need to know about this, but you better take full accountability, okay, for the fact that you can turn it around right now if you change your mind about that version of him. You have that kind of power, okay? You are the majestic ass queen of your reality, not some bitch he's talking to, not some bitch he's thinking about talking to, not somebody who you don't even know if they exist. So please stop. Stop now. And I'm speaking from personal experience. Okay? Spirit, what do they need to know about their person being sneaky? So Spirit says no, not at all. They might feel like they're in a little bit of limbo about their life, but this is not a bad limbo, this hanged man. Okay? This hanged man is about somebody who is exploring the way they're feeling about things, sitting with the way they're thinking and feeling about things, and they're hoping and wanting and praying to make it better, to make it every day better. They're looking for that epiphany in their life. It's kind of like those people who hang from chains. They hang from chains by their skin, by their own flesh, so that they can free themselves from painful situations that they're addicted to thinking about, relieve themselves from painful addictions like drugs and alcohol and suffering from stuff like that, to relieve themselves from pain, from mental anguish, or maybe mental disabilities or disorders or neurodiversities. That's what this hanged man is all about. So your person is basically just letting I'm just letting you know your person is hanging out, looking for the sunlight to shine on their face, and for a shift that feels good. So I feel like your homework is going to be creating nostalgic moments with your husband, or talking about creating nostalgic moments with your husband, because this is what he wants, that make you both happy, that you can recreate and recreate and recreate. with friends, family, maybe people you're interested in to become friends with, other couples who are married, maybe other couples who aren't married yet. They're single. Okay? Yeah, so just stay focused on what you want. No fucking yourself over by asking if Jabbar is a sneaky or shady shit. Because you don't want that version of him, right? You don't want that version of him. All right? You don't want him doing that shit. So don't be thinking about it. Don't be feeding it. Please keep me updated. We're all here for you. It's really going to serve you if you serve what you want instead of what you don't want, which is that shit story. Okay, babe? It's time for a virtual spanking. It's Friday night. All right, free readings are closed. Oh, it's 11:13. Okay. I saw 333 today, 444, 555, 948, and 1111. You are. You're stressing yourself out for no reason. Maybe you got a tarot card reading from somebody else who didn't know what the fuck they were talking about. Or maybe you are having some issues with your own self-concept as a wife, as a woman. These are very normal things. Many women won't take accountability for the fact that they might be feeling insecure about something about themselves. So, they won't do the work to try to figure out what it is, and then they won't even talk to their partner about it because it embarrasses them. But you're married for a reason. So go up to your husband and be like, you know what, I've been feeling insecure, and I just want to start doing more fun things and more things that make us happier or something. Or tell him this person's supposed to be your best friend. Tell him maybe that you don't know why that you're thinking, feeling this. Isn't this crazy? Because I know it ain't true. This is supposed to be like your best friend. You're gonna spend the rest of your life with this person, have children with this person. Like this is somebody that you felt comfortable enough to talk to about anything at some point in your life that you felt it was currently okay to operate around getting married. So, but maybe you're also subconsciously somewhere without realizing it, not realizing that maybe this is not the person you want to be with. So maybe subconsciously you're looking for reasons to back out of it because they're not making you feel good about yourself. So you got to go back to the time when you did feel good about yourself, when that person made you feel good about yourself. Because if they don't make you feel yummy now, it's going to be more difficult to make it right. But they obviously not making you feel yummy if you're feeling this way. And I've got candle goo on my thumb. I'm going to go get a glass of wine. Everything's going to be fine. You just think about what you want, dear, and don't be afraid to ask your husband, how he wants to operate around what you want. Whether it's doing hypnotic meditations to improve your self-concept together or separately, or taking a walk to a place you've never been to before, doing something you've never done before, sitting down and saying, hey, let's create nostalgic moments together that we can repeat and repeat and repeat and have a good time, because life is short. You want to find the ones you want to spend the rest of your lives with. So your husband betrayed you in some way or another. So you go to him and you tell him, I feel betrayed. Not trying to argue. Just let's eat some cheesecake and talk about it and fix it. It doesn't have to be all that shit you see on TV and reality TV shows, or It doesn't have to all be all that shit you see shit talked on YouTube or anywhere else. You know, what if it all just happened to work out? You know what I'm saying? Oh yeah, and Veronica, the $5 taco box. I forgot about $5 taco box. I'm gonna be getting the spirit box soon too. Oh, okay, babe. Oh, honey, thank you so much. What are your questions, honey? What do you want to know? You what's going on? Any updates? Of course, the doubt, the fear. Yeah, I totally understand. I mean, I have something really important to tell somebody. I don't know if they're gonna give a fuck. They gave a fuck once, okay? And I wish I had had the tits to tell them what I needed to tell them, but I was scared to tell them. I only told them a half truth. I mean, I told them a total truth, okay? But I just didn't tell them the rest of the truth because I didn't want to hurt them. I didn't want to hurt our connection. I didn't want to hurt anybody. I'd hurt enough and hurt enough. Do you hear that? Heard and hurt enough. And I didn't want, but now I didn't. I guess I didn't realize what not saying the rest of what I needed to say would do to me because I was too worried about what it would do to him. Uh, and it's not like I didn't do anything bad. He didn't do anything bad either. Somebody did something bad to me that person really cares about. But I should have said what I needed to say because maybe the situation would be different today. Maybe I wouldn't be spending every day of my life in horror of it. Maybe I would be a bit happier. a bit more satisfied. Maybe I wouldn't have been set back so far as I have been set back and gone through the things I've gone through because of what this person did to me that this other person cares a lot about. Yeah. So I'm dealing with that. I don't know if I wait till I see them again, to tell them face to face. I don't know if I get my drawing pen out and, make a movie for them about it. That's, 30 to 60 seconds. Would that even be long enough? So maybe things would be different had I, maybe that person would be my husband today. Sorry, I was making up a thing to put on the pinned comment. Okay, I'm gonna look at your. Did you send PayPal or Cash App, Veronica? Okay, I see Cash App. All right, I got Golden Girls. Okay, Cash App. All right. Yeah, I mean, I've fought off 100 Wicked Witches, but I think this has been the most difficult one for me. Because it has to do with the man that I love. So what can I do? I mean, kill myself? Hell no. That would just make him sad. Hurt myself? Hell no. I hurt enough as it is. All right, all those cards are straight up. Let me get a deck I'm going to get out. What are your questions, Veronica? So like the best thing I could do, like with studying the law of assumption, like every day with everything, which feels pretty natural now. It's just part of my strict mental diet. Because I'm sick of, I never want to go back to the years of allowing society to instill fear in me, which that fear is what was making all my choices in my life. Okay. So instead of worrying about how I'm going to fix something, well, how am I going to fix it between him and I? How am I going to, well, there's really nothing to fix, Oh, well, how am I going to manifest that person into my life? Or how am I going to manifest this money into my life? Or how am I going to manifest this health I want into my life? How am I going to manifest the home I want into my life? It doesn't matter if you're manifesting a shit or you're manifesting $1 million. It's the same thing. So, for instance, do you want a party space close to the front door? You got it. Just think about how you got it and then don't think about it again. It's that simple. manifesting a dime. It's just as easy as manifesting $100, $100,000, $1 million. So when it comes to like fighting off the wicked witches, you got to notice in yourself when you're seeing the negative Nancys, when you're seeing the boogeymen, and realize, try to realize, you know, what are those limiting beliefs and circumstances that you're telling yourself? You know, for instance, Ari was like, if going to business, art school, blah, 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 is it going to have less of a workload? Or is it going to be difficult, blah, blah, blah. So the cards are like, it's going to be difficult. But the reason the cards are telling her that is because she thinks it's going to be difficult. So she's already created that for herself because she thinks it's going to be difficult. Veronica goes, everything is tough. Yeah, everything is tough. You're right. It is. You're very right. But it doesn't have to be so difficult. Okay, especially if we tell ourselves it's tough, it will be tough. But as long as we remember that it doesn't have to be so difficult, that we were sent here to have fun, putting things in perspective of what we want to serve it is going to be so much more fun than sitting around and going, fuck, it's raining today and I have to go food shopping and I'm going to get all wet and I just hate it. So if you're sick and tired of it raining outside, just always be like, okay, on shopping day, it's going to be perfect weather. And you'll see, start with something small. Start with the ladder technique. Okay, all my cards are straight up. What are your questions, Veronica? Okay, you want to know how they feel about you currently. Like, do they feel the sexual energy I'm sending them? Oh, I'm sure they do, girl. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know about that. Because once again, everything that you're thinking and feeling, they're picking it up. Even if they don't know where it's coming from. Your vibrational energy vibrates off of me so I can do a reading to, for you. This is just the kind of psychic person I am. I think I've been psychic all my life, and it mostly started with being deaf. Practicing it started with being mostly deaf. Could everybody sound like this? So I had to feel it out, see it all around, so I could figure out what the fuck these people are trying to tell me. Like, there was nothing weirder than like going from being nothing to something and remembering that existence. Not everybody remembers that. Some people are like, I don't know how old I am. I don't remember being born, but I literally remembered being born when somebody said that to me. So yes, the person is feeling and receiving that sexual energy that you are sending out to them in this Three of Pentacles. It's only natural. It's just science. Let's get to know a little bit more about the Three of Pentacles real quick. So traditionally, Three of Pentacles is all about community. And the people around you, in your family, in your vortex, in your world, in your connection. But with the Sexual Magical Tarot deck that I've been studying now for a couple months, even more deeply than I ever have before, it is a very different meaning, but it still kind of has the same edgy, kind of romantic, kind of community vibes, but it's more about this person receiving your warmth, the warm vibrational energies that we talked about. What you're vibrating, they're picking up. So the magic of the earthenware pot, you see that here. So, and you want this to become more meaningful, this energy, this sexual magical energy that you are projecting. Warmth. Be offering warmth with that sexual energy, or even when you're around them in that energy, because this person wants to feel safe sexually. They want to feel protected, as do you as well. So you're going to have to also understand that with this card, you're going to have to completely give in to him. Give in to the order to be able to also receive this warmth from him. Like, did I just feel him now? Are you having moments like that? You need to be looking for those moments where you don't even have to ask me that question. You just know it. And it will happen. You will see that it will, for better, not trying to be nasty, the answers will come inside of you because you will feel it. You won't have to ask me that question. So when you start practicing this more, you'll just know. Yeah, he is receiving it. Even if you never ask that question, up. Oh my God, I just didn't. Your feelings and thoughts are something he's going to pick up, even if you've never asked that question. But now we've had this conversation. We've talked about this. Is he picking up this energy? Yeah, he is. So now that you're going to practice the moments, feeling the moments, following that inner compass on, he's picking it up, because you're practicing it now that we've talked about it. You can ask even better questions. Practice it a little bit more. Let me know if you pick up anything. Like, I've done this with people before. And like, for instance, so the craziest thing happened, I was doing a reading today for Maria, and I usually channel songs for her and her person. And I saw the little melt face emoji, and she had just asked in the reading, like, what song would he be thinking of me that comes on the radio? And it was I Melt With You. That song started playing in my head. And then I went over to look at somebody's social media that we had been talking about. And the person had the song on their last post. And I was just like, this is absolutely bonkers. So I must have been like channeling that person who posted that song on one of their posts on Instagram. I don't know, but so what's your next question? Let's see what the energy is on the bottom of the deck to that Three of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Hey, Alfonso, how are you, sweetheart? Oh, I feel broken today. I'm sorry, honey. Let's have a glass of wine and talk about it. So your Page of Swords. This is going to be the energy behind what we just talked about. And when you look at this card, it's very peculiar, very interesting in the fact that Page of Swords can be all about gossip, but it's also about someone who's a knight in shining armor. It's also about somebody who's good at communicating. Oh, you're welcome, Dollface Diva. Keep me updated, honey. Just imagine him reaching out to you already, as if go back to the times you felt joyful. See, this is what manifesting is all about. You know how my mom lived 3 months longer than they gave her to live? Because she just went back to a feeling and imagined it when she was healthy. You know how my dad survived cancer and beat it? He just stayed in the frame of mind that he'd never had it. Cancer, what's that? He's always been amazingly healthy, fit, and well. And it's been almost 2 years. And he's just nothing but amazingly healthy, fit, and well. And always, I cannot remember a time ever. Cancer, what? The car accident I was in? What car accident? These are, what do you mean you and Tyrone had conflict and you haven't talked in a week? You told me that he was going to call you tonight, babe. If not tonight, tomorrow. That kind of, go back to an energy of what it felt like when you had what you wanted with somebody. Gosh, I need to go to bed and do a hypnotic meditation now. But back to your reading, Victoria. This card is all about communication. So I think the energy behind that warmth and that communication is definitely going to be something to look forward to, because they're going to be receptive to it. They're going to be receptive to your offer of warmth and being comfortable. Like, remember what I just said about the last card? This person wants to feel comfortable. They want to feel received. So they don't want to feel abandoned. This card might also be saying that they've been maybe possibly abandoned sexually in the past, where, they filled a lot of maybe ideas and other people, but they didn't have their fantasy given to them. They didn't have that, they didn't have somebody extend their olive branch and say, hey, let's make love instead of war. You see her with the sword and her ass in his face instead. But in your case, this is also a whole nother meaning of, she's showing him, that, yeah, he could be subservient, but, this is also something that it can be, warm, receiving, loving. Yeah, they're definitely receiving the vibes, but this energy might be, he might be thinking, he doesn't know where it's coming from. I don't think he knows where it's coming from. So he's probably wondering what the fuck is this energy? I hope that, my next connection, or in any of the sexual connections I have, that I'll be well received, instead of like who knows who belittled him or emasculated him because he didn't touch them right, because he didn't know how they like to be touched, because they never said how they liked, like to be touched, because maybe they didn't know. People don't know all the time what they like or what they don't like. That's why it's so important to ask. You like ketchup and mustard, or just mayo, or none of it at all? What are your fucking limits? So I feel like that's going to be something important for you to know. That's what Spirit needs you to know right now. Also, this person might be a little bit into biting, and some even more kind of, because you kind of seen him wanting to bite her butt cheek also. So when we look at this card, this person might be into some things that they might be too shy to talk about sexually. What are your other questions, honey? So stay vigilant about the pleasure you want with them. That's what that card is saying. Anything raunchy that he's shy to make? Well, yeah. I mean, that's what I was just trying to tell you. Like, we'll find out. I'll ask some more. You might want to bite your butt. Sarah, what does she need to know about this next question? What does she need to know? These readings are fun. Anything like raunchy that he's into that she needs to know about, that Veronica needs to know about? Yes. I feel like this card says he might be into watching you touch yourself. And having sex outside. So you got the Ten of Swords and the Sun. Oh, and definitely sex and eating food together. And maybe even eating food off each other. So once again, these are not cards that are going to be can't even English at this point, are going to be totally about like, you know, the traditional, oh, the sun's about happiness, tens of swords about being complete. Like, you know, these cards are very different. It's an open book, but I have limits, so yeah. I think we all do. Maybe. I know there's some weird groups online, like one's called No Limits, that a friend of mine used to be in, and it's pretty raunchy, I heard. Have you talked to this person yet about like anything like that? You should. Even if you guys don't do anything, just talking about it might be fun. I can't imagine his face if you were to ask him that. Like, are you into anything raunchy that you would admit to me? Want to see a man blush? Let's say the word penis in front of him. He'll either giggle or blush. Depending on his response, you'll know if he likes you or is in love with you. Like, my friend wanted to take a picture of us once, and I was like, okay. But he was just too overly serious. I was like, you gotta smile. You know? And he's like, I'm like, no, you gotta smile. You gotta. I'm like, on the count of 3, we say cheese. 1, 2, 3. And instead of saying cheese, I said penis. Oh, I got the best smile out of that picture. It was great. Oh, and he laughed. And he blushed. You're just doing your own thing right now? Okay. So when you mean you're doing your own thing, like, what does that mean, honey? Like, you guys are just busy with life. Well, yeah, the crazy ex is stalking you because you're obviously working on your self-concept. So anybody's just trying to get in. Okay. And they'll tell you anything to get in. Just about anything. Take the shirt off your back if it would make them feel better. Depressing, I know. So that will happen when you start working on that self-concept. People start coming out of the woodwork. You don't want to know. You don't want to see them. I saw this thing before I got online. I guess I was squirreling around on Instagram, and I guess Katy Perry at one time in her life got dumped in a text message, like right before she was going to go on stage. And I was like, interesting. That's terrible. I did that to somebody once. Then I saw who it was that dumped her in text message. And I was like, interesting. Very interesting. She must have done something pretty terrible to get dumped in a text message. Taking a break because the passion is a lot. Yeah, I understand. God, I know. California girls are elf incredible. Oh yeah, 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 oh yeah, yeah. I'm totally an elven girl. I'll prove it. He's way better for her than that old Russell Fart brand. It's an authentic Evan Star. But yeah, it's so much more beautiful in the box. Hold on. You can actually see it in the box. So no, maybe she gave it to me to wear when I get married. Maybe someday I'll get married. But I'm not really one of those people. Like, I don't even want to be in a relationship unless I can be in a relationship with the person I want to be in a relationship with. I also don't want to just get married to get married. I want to be married to the person I want to be married to. I don't want to just look for anybody. I told a guy a really long time ago that like I would never get married or have kids because I wanted that with him. He didn't care, so I stayed single for many, 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 many years. Then I met somebody that I did want to be with, and we did jump the broom, but he decided that he would much rather be the worst version of himself instead, and I wasn't having it. So I knew I didn't want him to come back because of some of the physical health circumstances after he did what he did. On his side were not too cheeky. So then I was being pursued by somebody that I wanted to always be pursued by, that I was incredibly, like, thought I was in love with. And we had known each other for a really long time. And he asked me to marry him and said, I want you to be the mother of my children. But, like every good rock star, that man asked me to be his wife while his wife was home pregnant with a baby in her belly. So that didn't happen. Not every rock star is like that, by the way. But I just thought Tommy was different. I didn't realize that he was the way he was. We had known each other since we were really young. And I mean, even though he was a lot older than me, I was like 13 and he was like 21 or 2 when we met. We stayed friends, but he didn't ask me to marry him until I was a lot older, until like 15 years later. But then I was like, and this is Tommy from Nothing Face, who was in the band Hell Yeah, which used to be Pantera. Fuck you, Tommy. Everyone who punches you in the face, it's because of me, honey. Sorry, babe. So, and then after that, it was kind of like, well, think about. And then somebody dropped into my lap that I would never expected to drop into my lap. And it felt great to have somebody fall in love with me. And, maybe they even quite possibly feel the same to this day. I don't know. But yet I do know. So Bob, if you're out there, call me. Pick up the phone. I'll just throw the Precious in the Mountain. All she does is hurt people anyways. Oh, hey, Maria. How are you, babe? I know, right? Oh, my God, Tommy, we talked about Pam. I know, right? But Tom Maxwell was a good-looking man. He still is. But I'm not sure I'll ever, get married or anything. I think he's like 15 years older than me, maybe. I can't remember. Here's my Tommy. Oh, I hope that you get to see him play, honey. So am I like picky? Am I bad because like I want what I want when I want it, kind of like the Veruca salt from Willy Wonka? Hi.
Looking for the third dish.
You're looking for the third dish? Well, I'm looking for the third man.
If you're hungry, your sword is ready.
All right, I'm not hungry right now.
Okay. What do you want to do it?
You can put it anywhere. Just make sure it's covered.
Okay.
So bugs don't fall in it. So yeah. I think I only dated. I wouldn't even call it date, but I think I've only like dated one person who was not a musician, and it was just as boring as the rest of musicians I did date. But dating, what's dating? You go out to eat, you realize I don't want to ever eat with this person again. Talk to you later. Especially that fish lips guy. I did go out on a date, and then I went on a couple dates once, and I was just like, never again. It's gonna be this bad. He kind of looked like Tom Cruise, and he asked me out to go to watch a movie and have dinner. We didn't make it to dinner. Okay, usually you go to the movie with somebody, and you're like, you get to decide what movie. You pick what movie you want to see. Not we're on a date and it's only going to be the movie I want to see. Like I didn't even get asked. He wanted to go see this chick flick, and I was not having the chick flick. I just wasn't having the chick flick. So, afterwards he wanted to drive me home, and he wanted to stop by the beach because I lived on Revere Beach. I was just like, why does he want to stop by the beach? Like, it's like riptide and stinky. But I guess because he lived down in Brighton, he lived down in the city, and he never really got out to the beach. He just wanted to go out there. And my God, motherfucker tried to kiss me. Now, it was terrible. The riptide smell on your tongue and your mouth while someone's kissing you, and it just in their slot, like it was like a fish. It was like kissing a. You might as well kiss Schmeagol. So I was, and he was a musician, and I was kissing Schmeagol, who looked like Tom Cruise. I was like, I'm never gonna be the same. Never gonna be the same. Yes, dating a musician is awesome. Being a musician like myself and dating one is awesome too. But I'm also the kind of person like I don't want to date somebody I don't want to date. I don't want to date just to date. I don't want to.
What do you want to eat?
I don't want to get married just to get married. I don't want to.
I'm gonna move this one here.
No, just leave it there. I mean, like, what I don't know what I'm going to do. I mean, it's like, I meet people every day, but I'm just not interested. What's wrong with me? It's like I'm lovesick. But I'm only lovesick for like one person. So, okay. All right, so Molly can't do it. She's on a flight home. Okay, honey. Have you found out any more about the show? that he was going to play at. Or I'm going to take my hair down. My head is killing me. I've had my hair up all day. Well, I do know what I want. And for a long time, I didn't know how to get what I wanted. And then, I knew that there were things that I had to work on. Like, I knew the moment that I felt like I wasn't good enough in any department, I had to work on my self-concept. And I knew that I needed to then think about changing the way I felt about the version of my person that I wanted to show up. And then I had to, then there's also this whole other element of fuckery that, there's a lot. But after listening to Neville Goddard's story about how, he really wanted a divorce from his wife and wanted to be with somebody else. And instead of thinking about how he was going to manifest divorce and how he was going to get her to give him the divorce and how was he going to manifest this person, saying yes and marrying him, blah, 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 blah. He said instead of making it so difficult on himself, he just decided every night before he went to bed to think about her being in the bed right next to him. Now, back then, it was when it was like Lucy, I Love Lucy show where her and Ricky slept in separate beds. So he would just imagine it was like that. Whereas now you can get a little bit, now people think a little bit differently. They can think about the person right there holding them in their arms or being in the same room, in the same bed, maybe, or even just, something they're more comfortable with, maybe on the furniture in the bedroom and another piece of whatever, on the floor where the dog sleeps. I don't know. But literally, I just keep practicing and telling myself before I go to bed, I just imagine. I just go to bed at night imagining I have everything I want and it feels good. And then I go to sleep and I have a much better sleep. I have more nights of rest than crying myself to sleep more often than not. And it's really good to go from like not crying myself to sleep every night because of the fucking, and instead I'm going to bed every night having that, that feeling that I'm putting my energy into something that matters and that works and feels good and is working and gonna work. Poor Molly. She's been on a plane for 15 hours and she's trying to get back home now. Poor girl. Let me look. You sent another one? Let me look. I got your first one. Okay, yeah, honey, I can do another reading for you. What's going on? Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Okay, so Maria, you want the date. So Maria, you go to bed at night just imagining him there every night with you. You go to the end of the story. You're past the dates. Now you're going to bed at night together, but you're still dating as a couple. You don't even have to think like that. Whatever feels comfortable, just as long as you're going to bed at night with the thought and the idea that you're already dating. Like, here's one of my problems with my specific person that we talked about. is that right there. You know, because of the fear of what happened. I mean, can you imagine what it's like to walk around bald and your flesh is melting off your scalp? And you've got 40 inches of virgin hair and it's melting off your scalp and you don't know why. And you're healthy and the doctors don't know what's going on. And then you get the results back from the shirt you were wearing when it started happening and there's shea powder on it. And you've done nothing wrong to anybody. God, it was terrible. Absolutely frightening. Can I ask what me and my love interests were to each other in past lives? Sure. What was so much chemistry and passion compared to other people? Okay. Spirit, Veronica wants to know, did her love interest in her, what were they to each other in the past? She wants to ask what her and her love interests were to each other in the past. A conquest, an empress, a friend, a king, a healer. Wow, that's so many major arcanas. 3 major arcanas and 2 minor. So you got the Chariot, you got the Empress, you got the 6 of Wands, you got the King of Cups, and you got the Temperance card. So one of you a water sign and one of you an earth sign. What else does she need to know about that, Spirit? Oops, my nose ring fell out, so I'm just going to take it out so it doesn't fall on the floor. Ow. Spirit, can you elaborate a little bit more on their connection in a past life? Okay, Maria, awesome. I'm just going to finish up Veronica's reading real quick and then we'll get into it. A passion, okay, out of this world compared to other people. So they have so much chemistry. What is going on with that? Okay, so it looks like you definitely have been lovers in the past life, married as well in this Hierophant card. Once again, we're having sex outside and we're doing some weird butt sniffing. I must really like butts. Let's see, and then 7 of Swords. So they might even in a past life, maybe you guys lost each other at some point, but got back together and promised one another that no matter what, you would keep that vow of, your connection, your spiritual connection going, despite any circumstances or disagreements you had. The energy behind that is the Queen of Wands, very passionate, very fiery. But yes, you guys had this very special connection in the past life. You were definitely married in a past life, for sure. See, and it's always been love at first sight with this Judgment card. You had a family in the past life together as well. Let's see what the Liminal Space deck has for you. Any other questions? Yeah, it's all spilling over into the lifetime now because it's something that you guys made a pact with in the past. So see, love and light instead of that shadow and hate. This is upright. If it was the other way around, I don't know what to tell you. But it's love and light. And then you came here to help turn off the lights, meaning like, bow, chicka, wow, wow. Let's put on a movie or let's write a romantic movie. Let's aggressively hydrate. Pretty cute cards. Isn't Spirit silly? Spirit, can we get a fairy tale card for her about her connection with her person? Oh my goodness, I found 2 hidden romance angel cards. Spirit, what does she need to know about her connection with this person, past, present, and future? Can we pull one of these fairy tale cards to see, get kind of an idea of their love story and what she needs to know about that? Because they have this intense initial attraction. Yeah. Let me make sure all these cards are the right way. There we go. I think they're all the right way now. I think I might have one missing. Hey Moon, how are you, dear? Welcome back to the channel. So once the card falls, I'll read you from the book. And even though I don't really read, I don't read tarot cards from the book. These are the kind of cards that you're going to want to have somebody read the story to you. I'm good. How are you, Moon? I'm doing good, Moon. Thank you so much for asking. There's the card. Okay, so we've got Snow White, Purity. Very interesting. Let's see what you need to know about this. It's card number 1. Snow White, Purity. While the queen was sewing and looking out of the window at the snow, she pricked her finger with the needle, and the 3 drops of blood fell to the snow, and the red looked pretty upon the white snow. And she thought to herself, would that I had a child with skin as white as snow, lips as red as blood, and hair as black as ebony. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the fairest of them all? So some of the meanings behind this card are triumph of the pure heart, rejection, rivalry, attack cannot change you. You are trustworthy and loving. Animals are naturally drawn to you. You will have many lifetimes before you die. You will survive great tests. You are good to all, and your kindness will be rewarded. So it is your innocence and your uncorrupted heart, okay, and your connection, the beauty of your characters that shine through at this time and shine through from the past lives, obviously, as that's what some of the other cards just said. Even when others would grow bitter and do harm, you guys will not do that to each other and will not. Yet you do gather wisdom to you and come forth reborn, stronger, loved, mature, ripened in the light of experience. You have looked upon evil, but it has not made its way into you, and that is a great triumph indeed. So, you're just 2 good souls swimming in a fishbowl together year after year now instead of without each other. Right on. When I started doing tarot on this channel, I went out and got her hair cut, which is just the same haircut as Louise Brooks. It's that 1920s. Like that. I think that's when Snow White came out too, and that hairstyle was real popular back then. That was fun, honey. Do you have any other questions? You got about 5 more minutes. I wish I was outside. It's probably so much cooler outside. Maybe I should open the front door. Sure, let's find out. Spirit, does he feel the past life connection? Spirit, does he feel the past life connection? So yes, he does feel the past life connection. May want to even talk about it, but he's afraid you're going to be judgmental or that he might sound judgmental or strange. But see, this judgmental card and the other judgmental card had 2 different meanings, because while they're still the same card, these are a little bit more traditional, like the Rider's Waite. I go based also off the TV shows and the stories they show in the cards. But with the Sexual Magical Tarot deck, it's a little bit different, because it's almost like it's more predictive and presumptuous than it is, oh, here's just the basic meanings and the wisdom, blah, 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 from the card. Does he see signs like she does? Does he see signs and synchronicities? No, he might not be that bright with his head being in the clouds. You see how her head's in the clouds, but she's kind of like his thoughts. He might not be looking for signs like you have been. Does he feel the synchronicities with her? Does he feel those synchronicities with her? Well, I don't mean like stupid or anything like that, but I mean like he just might not be that bright in realizing that he has that talent to, you know what I mean? Like it's like also as if like he is a dude. Yeah, he is a dude. So he might feel, even if he is feeling something, he might not be the kind of dude that's like, hey baby, let's talk about crystals and incense, yo. You know what I mean? And our weird spiritual feelings, like our past lives, and he's not doing that romantic stuff like I would be maybe, or you would be as a girl. I don't think guys really do that kind of thing. They might, but maybe only if you ask them and bring it to their awareness of the signs, and then be like, if you see any signs, let me know. But he's more worried about, it looks like with that 5 of Cups, he's more worried about looking at what's good within the bad so that he doesn't lose what's good. Yeah, it's the attraction and the pull is what he feels. Um, Even if he is feeling that energy of that connection where he might be feeling twin flame, soulmate, past life, it's not something that he's really caught into. He's more here right now than he is in the past or the present. I mean, the past or the past or the future. He's more in the present than he is in the past or the future. So yeah, I could maybe see why you guys are taking that little bit of break, because it can be very overwhelming. You gotta let it breathe a little. Oh, you're so welcome, Veronica. Thank you so much for your time, sweetheart. I appreciate it. Keep me updated. I look forward to getting an update. I can't believe it's so late. Maria, are you still there, dear? Those were fun readings.
Oh,
Hi. You okay?
I think you might keep an eye on my room.
Okay, I'll keep them out of your room with my mind.
Hmm?
Okay, I'll keep them out of your room with my mind.
Okay. You too, go back.
Did she fall asleep, Maria? What you doing, cutie pot pie? What you doing? Did you eat? Anybody feed you? Here, I got you. Hey, I'm not gonna be here for long. I gotta get those batteries. I'll be right back. It's gonna take a little break. But yeah, did Veronica leave? I guess she left already. I was just going to say, like, despite all the guys that I had met or went on a date or anything like that, nothing really serious has ever happened. Most of them I never even kissed. So I wouldn't give them the time of day. Here. Like, I wouldn't give them the time of day like that. Okay, Maria, welcome back, sweetheart. Let's see. Spirit, has he been imagining that her and him together? Has Maria's specific person been? Is he there yet? In his thoughts and feelings? Good night, Moon. Sweet dreams, sweetheart. Spirit, what does Maria need to know about that? So, yes, Two of Cups. He does think about you guys together. And that Two of Cups, which has been coming up a lot today in the partnership department and questions that you've been asking. Spirit, will he make a move tomorrow? So he might not make a move tomorrow. Five of Chalices, but that Five of Cups, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't want to. Okay, he wants to kiss you. And then you've got the Sun card here, letting you know that, confirming that he's very attracted to you, but he might not make that move. Oh wait, was that I'm sorry, that was Eight of Cups, not Five of Cups. So I apologize. Eight of Cups is more about there being a change in that situation, like as if a new leaf is turned in that department. He does want to kiss you, and that is what that card is about traditionally in regards to change. But never fear, the Sun is here. Okay, there's a lot of happiness and joy here, but don't get sunburned. Put some sunburn. Put some SPF 50 on, and just relax, because the desire is already created and already yours. It's like I was just saying to Veronica about my specific person, which we had talked about him tonight. Going to bed as if you have everything you want, not worrying about all the other details, the circumstances, and the limiting beliefs. Spirit, he will make a move at some point, though, between now and the next 5 months. Maybe even the next 8 months, since it was the Eight of Cups. So, Spirit, what does he like the most about her physically? I think it would be all of the above. Let's see what Spirit needs you to know. The dog is like not allowing me to move. It's so funny. It's like he's more interested. It's like he's more interested in your face and your legs and your boobs, really, than your butt. The other guy I just did a reading for, Veronica, is real interested in her butt, pardon my pun. This one's a little bit more interested in your face, the way your hands look, the way your boobs look, the way your legs look. Likes your curves. Not so interested in the butt like the last guy that I was talking about with Veronica. Spirit, is he calm and romantic in bed, or kinky, or what? What does she need to know about that? So Queen of Swords. Can we get a clarification, Spirit, on that Queen of Swords? So, yeah, there is definitely some kind of kinky going on, and passionate but shy about it, embarrassed about it, embarrassed to talk about it in that Two of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. So, yeah. But he might also, he might be more inclined to be romantic and calm, because the things that he might feel kinky about. Here we go with the backside. He might feel a little embarrassed and shy about. So he might be very attracted to butts, but he's shy about it. He might even want the booty in his face, who knows? But it's showing that, it's like he wants to reach out and grab it, but he's too embarrassed to. He's too shy. So maybe you will be a partner to him that will help him communicate better in what he likes and what he wants in that department. Oh, LOL, don't say that. I'm sorry. You know what we're talking about? We're just talking about kindergarten stuff. Is there anything that he would tell her right now if he could? Isn't that cute how he just puts his face on and his paw on my wrist, and it rocks him to sleep while I'm doing cards? He's asleep. Any last words that David would say tonight if he could say them to her? Yeah, I want to touch you, caress you. Wish you were here to snuggle with. He must feel very lonely in his life, or something's missing that he doesn't have at home. You're welcome, sweetheart. Just keep imagining it before you go to bed. That it's happening, that it's happened, that it's something you guys share. Stay excited about what's coming your way. Stay excited about what you don't know is going to show up that's awesome. And keep remembering, what if it all works out? All right, sweetheart. Talk to you tomorrow. Thanks so much for coming by. Thank you so much for your donation tonight. Fun reading for sure. Thank you. These little guys are almost out of cookies. Oh, thank you so much, sweetheart, for saying that. I should have probably gone to get the batteries for the spirit box, but I didn't. Oh wait, I did. They're here. They're here. I got them. Cool. There's any good spirits in the room that want to talk to us or let us know their presence is here, please touch the REM pod. What? Did you eat? What, little one? What? What? Wait. Did Grandpa feed you? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Little littles. So many little littles. So many little littles. All right, you guys know we can't stay like this, right? Mwah. Everybody got to go back to couch now because I need to put the REM pod and the spirit box on and yeah. Ooh, that's bright. Ooh, bright, bright, bright. Welcome back to the Chammy. I see you. It's such a hot night. Why is this hot? Oh, it's 70 right now. Okay. Why is it going to be 63 degrees? It's gonna rain. Oh, that's why it's so warm. Ugh, 80 degrees and raining. Oh no, I'm gonna melt. I'm kidding. I can still see you. Say hello. Say hello back. Please. Okay, Spirit, I'll put the spirit box on. Hi, I see you. Say hi back. Welcome back to the chamming. Hey, welcome back to the chamming. Say hi. Say hi back. What's your name, Spirit? Welcome back to the Chammy. Wow, it ate. I think it ate the speaker. Oh, it turned itself off. Yeah, there's a spirit that likes to turn off the speaker. Spirit, how many of you are there? How many spirits or energy? How many of you are there? Nine? Can you tell me your name? Hi, welcome back to the Chammy. Say hi. Say hi back. Spirit will haunt you. Grandpa just went off. How do you feel about them apples? What's your name, Spirit? What can you tell us about yourself? Poltergeist? Well, even poltergeists need friends too, so how can I help you? How can I help you? Do you have a name? What's your name, Spirit? Spirit, if you need some energy, just take it from the orgone generator. I'll give you live chi energy. Please don't take energy from the batteries of the REM pod or batteries from the computer or the speaker like you just did. Do not take energy from... Yeah. Don't close it all the way. Please. I don't care if it's at 8 o'clock. Just leave it alone and leave it a little bit open, please. Just for a little bit. Someone comes through the door, they're going to get shot. Right away. Not my phone. House. What about the house, Spirit? Do you live here in the house with me, Spirit? Spirit, do you live here with me in the house in the village? Wow, now I have candle on my face there. Spirit, what's your name? You're not really talking tonight, are you? Just a bunch of noise. What's your name, Spirit? You said there were 9 of you there. Can any of you speak into the Spirit Box speaker here? I don't know how else to tell you. Okay, great. Just speak into the Spirit Box here if you can. Whisper something, maybe. Say something. What's your name? Spirit, who are you? What do we need to know about you? Hey, Texas. How are you? Hey, Manny. Welcome to the Chammy. I'm just asking the spirit box, what up? Just talking to ghosts. How have you been, Texas? How have you been, Manny? Y'all having a good day? Scary evil. Okay. I'm just going to be asking my usual questions. Spirit, are you happy? Spirit, are you bad? Spirit, what's your name? Spirit, do you live in the house with me or in the village? Spirit, do you have any goals? Spirit, can you learn new things like us human beings? Were you once human? And anything you want to tell us, Spirit? It's not really active tonight. I'm good. Tired. Spirit, where are you? Hey, I'm looking for a dead guy named Jack Schwartzman. Anybody there named Jack Schwartzman? We talked about a Jack. Somebody said their name was Jack last night. Are you there, Jack? what's your name? What? What? Excuse me. Excuse me. In the morning, what, Spirit? It's not really saying anything tonight. It's just a bunch of garbage. So I'm not going to stick around and listen to a bunch of garbage. Okay, I'm going to give you one more chance, Spirit. We got 10 more minutes, and I'm going to turn you off. If you're there, touch the REM pod. Light it up. Say hi, I see you people. Are you happy, Spirit? Yeah, they're just not talking. They're not talking. What? Ooh. It keeps eating. It keeps eating the energy. Like it keeps blowing out the speaker. All right, good night, Spirit. Not really talkative tonight. And if it was saying anything, it wasn't legible to my ears. But I'm deaf, so. All right, nobody else is going to get a reading or wants to pay to talk to the spirit box. Just going to turn everything off and continue my journey with work and jump offline because I think everyone's gone to bed for the night. Good night, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.